Hey guys, welcome to our channel. In this video, we are going to talk about user experience and user interface. And when it comes to that, I invited my dear friend all the way from Poland, Damian, who actually is a philosopher, but turned into e-commerce, which is very interesting. I'm looking forward to hearing his point of view on these things such as website, because obviously when it comes to e-commerce, your website is literally your storefront, which means it's everything. It's super important to have that up to date. Make sure that you have a clear understanding of how easy or how difficult it is to buy online on your website. Every week, at least in my experience, I go online either on my mobile, on my desktop, my computer, and I shop, right? And I shop and I identify so many things that could be improved. This is exactly what we're going to talk about today. So hopefully at the end of this video, you'll have some idea of how you could improve your store, your e-commerce website. In the beginning, we'll just explain briefly what user experience, user interface are, and then we'll randomly pick few websites and do quick audits, impromptu audits of those. So without any further ado, Damian, feel free, or Damian, feel free to introduce yourself, and let's start there.
Hi guys, hey Matt, thanks for inviting me here. Yeah, that was a great intro, and we can just go with it and see what happens then. Because
Perfect.
I'm as curious as the viewers are, so
Let's
we'll
talk
see.
about user experience first. I know everywhere on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, you hear UX, UI. Let's
Yeah.
break it down. Let's start with user experience. What is user experience? What does it mean and how does it work?
For my own agency purposes, I've break down three terms: user experience, user interface, and usability. And what I think is that user experience is a mix of user interface plus usability. What this means is if we can say that a user interface is how the product or e-commerce looks, and usability is how the product or e-commerce actually works, then user experience, you can sum up feels to the user. This way, the client enters your website, your e-commerce, your app or SaaS. He is starting to experience the product on 5 different levels, and 5 different levels or layers, if you will. He dive into them in a specific order. First, he discovers if the website is actually working. Not maybe the SSL certificate is outdated, or maybe it's not working on mobile. Then he's experiencing if the website is clickable, is working. He can scroll, read the copy, see the pictures. Then on the third layer, the user or customer is asking himself if the content, if the product, there is where marketing comes in, where the dialogue comes in with the user. And then on fourth and fifth layer, only then he experience the actual interface, the design part, and also the feedback he receives while searching on the website. He's getting the right search results. If the website is telling him that, yes, you have added this product to your cart, and so on. So there are at least 5 different layers where the user is asking different questions to your website. And the user experience is how well is your website or any digital product actually, how well does it answer these questions? Does that make sense to you?
My question, a follow-up question to it is everyone's experience. How do you determine if the experience is good for most of the visitors of this website visitors? Because my experience might be different than my wife's experience. Every time we walk by the local stores here in the desert in the Coachella Valley, we just stop in front of a gallery, for example, and I ask Claudia randomly, what are you paying attention to? What catches your eye? And every time, 99% of the time, unless it's a exotic car, which we love cars, we're super into that, and real estate, unless it's that, every time Claudia will have something else to say. So I can imagine when someone enters a website, I will pay attention to different things than Claudia will pay attention to, or anyone else, right? So how do you determine if the experience could be improved at first place?
Okay, great question. Well, the first thing is that you have to know what are you targeting your product to, who are you targeting your product to, because there is no website, not a single website out there that should be targeted to everyone, right? Every business, every store has its own target audience, target customers, and it's natural that the products in this online shop or offline shop actually will attract specific group of people, and some don't. So the question of how well did you get to know your customer to adapt your website user experience to this group, not to everyone, but to this group. On the design level, on a copywriting level, on functionality level, there are multiple things to get to research, so you can know what you have to have in your website for e-commerce.
Makes sense. Okay, so it's about understanding who you're targeting, why are they shopping online, and at this point you can start really analyzing if the website could be improved. Now, what tools, because I know there's a few tools that I never heard of, what tools are you using to analyze, basically do the audit, full-blown audit? Take us through the process of doing that.
Well, we have two scenarios here. First is when we are getting to know the business that we are going to work with, we are doing some kind of UX workshops, and there we are deeply researching by answering those dozens of questions, searching online and stuff. And the second scenario is when we auditing existing website or e-commerce, and then we're doing 3 to 4 methods to find out these things. First is that we put ourselves in the client's shoes and go through this website as we were the client, and to find out any bottlenecks out there, whole shopping process. The second one is that we use digital tools like Hotjar, and I think this is what you're asking specifically. And this tool lets us see the actual movement of a user on this website, where he clicks, where he moves his mouse, everything. And from this, we can make ideas about what works on the website and what doesn't. And from this several methods, we can validate these theories and tell exactly this and this is breaking your shopping process. These elements are literally making your potential clients leave your shop instead of buying. And this is pure science/art, because
does it work for mobile and desktop? Like you can do?
Yeah, sure, totally. We can see both of these. As you surely know, mobile is now about from 60 to even 90% of traffic. So mobile.
So interesting. And there's one story, I forgot what it was, but it's probably back when I was living in Germany. I watched somewhere like a documentary on how big brands, we're talking not only e-commerce brands, like big corporation, big companies like McDonald's, for example, or Walmart, how they approach optimization, their form of user experience. And you might be thinking like Hotjar, what Damian just was explaining, you can literally see everything that's happening on the website from your traffic, and on mobile as well, where you click and basically make assumption why people click there. You can see what stops them from going to the next step, which would be obviously get checkout, adding more products to the cart. You can see every main website, every product page, category page, your checkout, I'm assuming as well. You can see most of the web pages on your store and what is human behavior. Now think about it, that they were using it for physical stores already for tens of years. When I saw it, you probably don't even know, but you might be entering a grocery store, and there will be an infrared camera following your behavior, seeing literally what product you're touching. Are you taking this product and putting it into your cart, or are you just touching it and reading wherever and putting it back on the shelf? That's what they were doing already for, I don't know how many years, but I moved out of Germany probably 10, 15 years ago when the documentary was done. So I can imagine they were doing it for 20, 30 years by now. And it's super important. If it's important for them, obviously, it should be important for any e-commerce store, because if you're set for growth, you'll just get more and more visitors. And optimizing even by 1%, optimizing your conversion rate by that number can significantly drive. You're talking about tens or hundreds of thousands of extra sales that you might get to.
Sure. Well, a big main idea here is that there is no business that actually knows what's in their customer's mind. You have to find this out. I mean, there is no other way. You have to research how your target client is thinking, how is he making his decisions, everything. Without that, you're doing your business blindly.
Exactly. No, that makes total sense. That's the importance of it. So, and that could be a great segue into, let's look at some websites. If you want, you can pull up some websites and let's break them down. Let's look at the main page, category page, perhaps product pages, and see maybe you would react and how I will react. I will tell you as well what I would do when I would enter the website.
Can I tell one story first?
Of course, go ahead.
Just remembered one audit that we were making. It was an e-commerce. It was they were selling handmade wooden doors, quite expensive, quite nice actually, and they had problems with online sales. And when we were looking at the website, then what we found out is that there were numerous clients that actually wanted to buy. They've added very specific product to the cart. There was definitely intention to buy, as you had to customize the product. No, with height, several factors. They were doing it. They were adding it to the cart. And what happened then is that they left the shop at this moment. And we were looking why. And what we found out is that the shop was lacking one very crucial element of the feedback. Because this e-commerce wasn't telling you that this e-commerce was telling you that you have added the product to the cart, but he didn't give you the button to the cart right away. There was no button to the cart. You knew, I have added my product to the cart, and where is this cart? And you were forced to look for it. And people with those customers, they would rather leave than to look for the cart link.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And I had similar experience recently. I was shopping for some skincare products, and every time I added a product to the cart, it would take me to the cart, automatically redirect me to the cart. However, if I wanted to add more products, I had to find, and this was on mobile, so I had to find the category page with products, which was somewhat hidden, was weird. It wasn't anywhere on top of the page. So I had to look for the main page. Took me like 45 seconds to find it. And then I had to look for the products that I already seen, and I had to find the product that I wanted to add to the cart as well. That obviously, the only reason why I bought it is because I love the products and I already shopped with them before. But There's definitely a lot of things that can be improved and make it more seamless to shop online. 100%.
Yeah. Okay. Let's look at the pages. Let me. I think this is it. Am I showing you my screen or not?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. And if I switch to different
Yes, we can see it.
cards, okay. Which one would you like me to go first?
Let's start from the left. Let's start with MaxTool. That's an interesting
MaxTool.
page. I guess they're
Yeah,
reselling some.
yeah. I don't know this shop. I have never seen it before. Okay, so we have MaxTool. Okay, that there is free shipping over $199. There is a phone right here, which is actually very good. Lots of e-commerce don't know this, but it's very important to have a phone number right away.
Really?
Yes, users actually don't use it that much, but it makes you trust the website more because you are entering the website, you feel, okay, well, there is a person behind this phone that I can talk to if I should I have any questions. So that's actually good. I actually don't like sliders almost anywhere, but I understand that they might be useful on e-commerce. My problem is that they are, well, you almost always don't know which of the slide will the customer see. And that's my problem. And also, which one of those three are most important to me and how
Okay.
website know that. It doesn't. But I can understand slider being helpful. This many looks actually.
There's a lot of products here. I have some of them, so
It's a lot.
So I imagine when someone enters MaxTool, they will look for probably the brand. That's what I most likely could imagine. That's how Home Depots are built here and Lowe's. When you enter it, you see 2 or 3 most popular brands, DeWalt or Milwaukee.
Yeah.
That's the one I have as well, and I think they have good quality products. So I can imagine they're gonna look for the brand versus, and unless they look like they need a generator. But let's pick one product on its product page.
Yeah, sure. I like this popular searches term. When I entered bat, I wanted battery, but yeah, it actually tell me this quick popular searches.
I like the
It's
pictures.
nice. It's nice.
The pictures are good because
Yeah.
sometimes it makes it super simple.
I've unintentionally entered, I think, category or a
Collection page
a
from
collection,
default.
which probably works same as category. I assume.
Yeah, probably in the essence because they have so many brands. So we have reviews, we have prices, we have the what is it called, the serial number, I guess, of the product or something like that, the model number.
Well, that looks actually good.
What do you think about special offer on every product almost?
Special offer on every product is not a good thing, but we're in a collection that was being promoted on homepage, so I guess it's understandable. Let's go into some not promoted.
Let's look at these generators.
Okay. Simple category, which I somehow is also a collection here in URL. Okay, yeah, we have definitely less special offers here. Oh, this listing looks actually good to me. It would be easy to pick the product you're looking for, I think. I'm not sure if those filters are good because I'm not the target user of those products, but I think it might work well.
We have the brand, we have the type. I think it makes sense for the user. And this type of brand should study go to every Lowe's and every Home Depot in their neighborhood and basically observe how people buy and ask them, like, what are they asking the Home Depot representative when they shop, I think that will help them as well, an extra exercise. But let's see the product page. I like how simple it loads with the pictures. They have lots of pictures, and they don't necessarily interrupt like the loading page, etc.
Yeah.
Maybe even too many pictures, but very detailed.
Okay, this works well. Yeah, actually picked quite a good e-commerce here.
Yeah, affirm if you want to get special like for no interest. That's again it can increase conversion significantly. Yeah, the only thing that what I don't see here, at least from what we're looking at, if you scroll down, let's see. Okay, features, shipping. Click shipping and returns for me.
Sure.
Fast free ground shipping on your order. Okay.
Makes sense, actually.
I didn't see a lot about returns actually when I click shipping and returns. I just
Oh, sorry.
do you see anything about returns? Oh, you pass saving on your offer and discount express shipping for your honor, you will only pay.
No, I
I
think
like
there's not.
I like the offer that they will pay for expedited shipping, or they make it expedited shipping cheaper. But I feel that what I was gonna say, I want to say that returns are important. I know that a lot of people
Yeah.
that buy at
Yes,
Home
they are.
Depot, they want to make sure they give because something happened, or they have. I know that a lot of people even abuse it, like they use the machine and they act like they didn't use it or didn't work and they want to bring it back. That's very popular in America. Like when I came here, I was shocked. I was literally shocked how people can do it, but they will literally use like a lawnmower for a year or two, and they bring it back to Costco and be like, "Hey, I don't like this machine," and take it back. It's just insane. But that's what people do here in America. I Europe though, but I feel like
Oh
shipping.
yeah, oh yeah, they do it here as well. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was talking to one e-commerce manager. It was before Mundial, before football.
World Cup.
And what people did is they bought large screen TVs right
Really?
before the World Cup. There was a shop that has 60 days return policy, so they were returning it after 28 9 days. Not a problem.
Okay, that's
Crazy.
smart. All right, let's
Okay.
the only thing I would recommend to them is when they collect emails, don't ask for first name and last name. I feel like it's redundant. You can just go for email and then
Definitely, yeah.
optimize it later on, just from my perspective. But other than the shipping, I think good one. Yeah, for the sake of time, let's look at one or two more Shopify stores. So let's
Sure.
maybe unless you want to
Let's-
look at something.
No, okay. I also want to add it to the protected cart. Trusted
Oh, that's an
shops,
important page. Yeah, I like it.
summary. We're shipping over 1 3 day delivery. I guess makes sense.
I would look at their average order value, because if their average order value is greater than $199, maybe they can increase the allowance for free shipping, because that get people to. It looks like most of the products are over $199,
Yeah,
so
and,
you could make a free shipping for like 350, so people add to the cart more products.
I don't know if you saw it, but I didn't see any upsells or cross sells here.
Nope.
Neither on the. Okay, here is AllBirds also bought.
Okay, you have
Okay, but this I don't know if this makes sense. Maybe it does, but I'm not sure if this is the right place to look at those products. I feel that
also if you
I feel
click
that yeah, yeah.
if you
Go
click
ahead.
that click on the products from the frequently bought to, yeah, I would add an add to cart right in there. Maybe they don't have to go to the another page.
Well, yeah, I was thinking about it when we were in the category page. If the add to cart button should be there, and I think it can be there. Probably users would like to read a little more before they buy it, but there are many people that read about the product, keep searching, and they don't need to go back to the product itself. So it might be helpful if the add to cart button was also on the listings, so here and on the category page. That's true. That's okay.
But they
Okay.
don't really like cross promote any other products, so I guess they could definitely do that.
Yeah, and it's also good. It's being is more popular to eliminate any headers and footers from the checkout page. I see that this is the case here. We are also testing it in our agency, and yeah, it's a good way to at least test it. So yeah,
Trusted store. What do you think about PayPal as an e-commerce?
I'm instead of PayPal, but well, no, whatever works for your client.
I just hear, I mean, simple. I get it sometimes only get down. However, from the like the store perspective, I feel like I hear way too many stores where they just hold your money for no reason, and it's so difficult for you to get payout. Sometimes takes weeks or months to get the payout because you had one chargeback or something like that. And that is something that I would, I guess, if you don't need the money right away, you go with PayPal. one could say, because it's high risk that you will get your money in a timely manner.
Okay,
Let's look at, yeah, this one looks interesting. I mean, this one is for, maybe let's go with Allbirds. Let's do Allbirds.
Allbirds, sure. Let's do Allbirds.
The
I think
world's first
it's
net.
a little bit too small. Actually, I need to.
I had to zoom in too.
Yeah, a little bit. Those are okay, probably, but this is definitely too small. Okay, let's see. Oh, here we have no slider, just one hero section with the feel the breeze heading, right when applicable on unofficial road trip shoes. Makes sense. It gives the overlook on general, and I like this call to action shop woman shop because you can go dive right into.
What about when you scroll down a little bit?
Yeah,
you see a quiz. Maybe even didn't see it because it's so small. What do you think about a quiz? Right between the banner, the head banner.
Oh yeah, sure.
There it is. Take the style quiz.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely too small. Yeah, I missed it actually. I missed it. I don't know why. Maybe I was assuming that this is the same content as here.
This here.
And I
is the same color. It almost disappears within, yeah, they're like you can't see it. And quizzes can be a cool, I mean, very interesting way to grab not only attention but also collect valuable information. So I like quizzes if they done really intentionally, because you can collect so much information. For example, if the quiz and the answer will be, hey, I am a woman looking for my shoes for exercising, and I like going to the gym, but I also run a lot, and I work out 3 times a day. I love to keep 3 times a week. I love to keep my shoes very simple in design, and I like the color white, right, or black. At this point, in literally 45 seconds, you've collected so much detailed information about that person that by the time they give you their email, your follow-up email could be very, very targeted. Hey, you will see only white shoes or pink shoes on your page. Obviously, you will see only shoes for women. You will see shoes for gym or workouts. You will see people working out. And this obviously can have a huge role in your conversions. So I like the quiz. I wish they promote a little bit more, because
actually, what I would do, I don't know if the Allbirds managers will watch us, but what I would do is to make an A/B test and give this take quiz right here as a call to action instead of those two buttons.
Could be good A/B test.
Because those are categories, and okay, there are main categories, but in general, on e-commerce, people know where to look for categories. They are right here in the top left corner. So top left corner is what first that you will look at. So
yeah,
So I think that those call to actions, I like them, but take the style quiz, I think would be much more in terms
And you can
of
also
sales.
do it. You could also do it as an opt-in. So basically, like a pop-up
Yes.
quiz that pops up. You can use like Octane.ai, where you can build this quizzes, very interactive quizzes, and use it as a pop-up. So you make sure that someone will see it.
Yeah.
Then we have okay. What do you have? What else do you
Yes,
have?
we have category. No, these are no categories. Right?
Categories. Yes.
Okay. So we have for every day and shopman. Okay, so I want to know if the for every shopman and for activity. Oh, okay, there are these different categories. So okay, so that's a, or is it a product? It's a product.
Product, and
It's a
I'm
product.
wondering.
It's
Oh,
a product.
okay.
Okay, so it is here, and when you click Shop Man, it will take you directly to the product.
But how many products do they have? Maybe they just have one for runners, one for. Let's see. Oh, they have more.
These are men, so best sellers.
It looks like they have more. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure I like this idea of showing different categories here in those two. I feel like I can get lost very quick when I open too much tabs, and then I want to find out where the product was. I'm not sure I can find it.
What do you think? And this might be very unique to Allbirds. What do you think about the idea of promoting a product that you are launching next year? Is that you think it's a good idea, or it should be like a separate landing page, or maybe like for email only? What do you think?
Okay, so it's a, but well, I'm actually interested if this works for them, because I feel that the idea of waiting a year,
For sure.
to find out about the product, I'm not sure. I'm not that it's working, but we may be wrong here, and this works. I still feel that it's a lead magnet that doesn't bring much value.
And no, like
to me.
I feel like it's a bit too early. I feel like it's a little bit too early. Like I know Allbirds is publicly traded company, so they have to be innovative. They have to come up with new solutions. Otherwise, the shareholders will be like, "Hey, how can we stand out from the market?" So I guess that's the idea with introducing a net zero carbon shoe. However, if I have to wait for a shoe a year or whatever, 7-8 months before I can even pre-order it, probably it's not like I'm ordering a Rolex, or it's not like I'm ordering, a Ferrari a year to get one when you custom order it, right? It's not like the luxury item. It's good. It probably will cost anywhere between $200 and $300. It's nothing like crazy, right? So, but I mean, it's a cool idea to show that they have something interesting, obviously environment friendly and conscious, so that might get some attention. But I feel like people don't generally want to wait that much for that type of item.
Maybe it's a theory. Maybe it's not actually that much of a lead magnet. It's maybe just a marketing campaign where they are showing this launch, but basically to attract customers that are looking for low carbon stuff, just to look at the store.
Oh,
And
okay.
some other stuff.
Could be.
It might
Yeah,
work.
that's an interesting point. So
This way, it actually might work.
Let's look at some product pages now.
Yeah, we have them here ready for us and waiting.
Very simple. Machine washable. I like the little adage right below the image. Machine washable, carbon neutral, breathable. Below every image. That was. I think that can be a good point, because I love to wash my shoes every week. So that was a really important point I would look for.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that this is the right place information. You know, I think maybe okay. Yeah, I was going to
We want
suggest this
highlights.
place somewhere, and it's here. Okay.
For the highlights, how about if they would add some icons, like even like a checkpoint or something
Oh
that
yeah,
will draw attention, make it
yeah,
easier for an eye to read, because there's a lot of text here. Like we have free 2-day plus
yeah.
shipping.
It's a lot actually.
But wait, there is more. What's the green button? There's more. Shop all sale, shop 3 runners up to 40% off. So they take you away from the page, from the product page, to shop more. That's weird.
Yeah, maybe a different design where images would not take this large amount of space here would be better, because well, this right column clearly is very stuck here.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Many
going on.
informations stuck on this right column. I feel that those informations don't have the right good white space to breathe.
Exactly. Yeah. What do you, because honestly, it bites me. Like, shouldn't they take people to add more products to the cart once someone already adds a product to the cart? We haven't added any products to the cart, and they tell you, wait, what was it? There's more. Click that. The green button.
Okay, but wait, there's more. Shop all this. Okay, so I can go from here to products that are on sale. Is that right?
Let's see. Oh, I guess
No, another item that is on sale.
that's a first version or something. I don't know.
Men's 3 runners, and what was the other one?
Men's 3 runners. I'm just saying. Looks kind of.
Yes, it does. Let me open it in another card. Okay, so this is product but different color, because the different colors have different URL, and what this box is telling you is that you can, unless this is different button, no, it's the same. So this button is actually a specific product variant for you that is on sale.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I mean, obviously, I like getting a great deal. If this is the same shoe, just different color, and I get it 40% off, I love the idea. But from consumer perspective, could be good. But honestly, like if I already looked at all these colors and I found my one color, why would you take me away from adding this to the cart? I don't get that.
It would be better if over color, for an example, would be just box with sale.
Pick it. Okay, now you can add to the cart.
Yeah.
But then wait, don't add to the cart yet, because you can basically, but you can buy the same shoe cheaper. Click add to the cart. Let's add to the product. Add one product to the cart.
Okay.
I don't get this green button. That looks okay. You can add socks. So you add socks. No show socks. That's always great. That's how I buy my sneakers or something. Like I always add some socks to it from the same brand. I like that. Free 2-day shipping. That's like competing with Amazon right here.
Yes, but why?
You don't create an account and fill out all the information before you buy. You spend like 10 minutes on it. Confirm that you have a new account before you buy online.
Oh,
it does like the account. I always laugh. We have a weekly call with our CMO or a CMO for one of our clients, or basically, we work with him very closely, and we always laugh about this. Like, why would you ever tell your customer, not a client, customer, to create an account before they buy? I mean, this is so crazy. Unless you have like an app, then yes, inside the app they have to, but not on the side.
Yeah. Sum up, I feel that there is that they put much effort to make this e-commerce unique, and that's generally a good thing. But there are traps, like those things that seems for us a little bit not intuitive, like like this thing or some buttons or some links. They don't feel, well, the idea for most of the e-commerces is to be as intuitive as possible. This might sound horrible, but you don't want your customers to think too much in terms thinking about, okay, how this works and how that works, where this will get me. No, all those things on your website must be straightforward, must understandable, right to think what you said about the icons. That's perfect. Icons help optically recognize what we are reading about or what the function well, you can put two buttons: contact us and checkout, and switch the icons. Give the contact us card button and the card or checkout phone icon, and see what happens.
Yes,
It will be
exactly.
a disaster.
It makes
Just
sense.
fix.
It almost feels like they created this customer like checkout page the way it is. They didn't make any changes. They didn't think about the fact that the more text and copy we have on the website, the more our brain has to analyze and think. It needs to really be smooth. Like, okay, I see it, add it to the cart. Do I want more products? Yes, no. Okay, no problem. Go back, go to the next stage. This is your product. This is your shipping cost. Next stage. You sure you don't want extra socks or whatever? No, perfect. Go to the next stage. And adding like stuff like sign in, learn more, click here, check out this sale feels actually counterintuitive. It makes our brain think more, analyze more, and honestly, that I mean, basically make the customer experience worse. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm not sure if you saw this, but by the way, I found a category page. And if you scroll here and go with some color and some, there is a quick ad which I didn't see at first. And when you pick the size, it works as an add to cart button.
That's interesting. I
Interesting,
kind of like it.
but I wasn't ready for it, but I would actually test it out. Yeah, it might be cool.
Yeah, it's interesting because unless you added the wrong product, like the wrong size, and you're like, I need to change it now, it could be something simple. But Damian, for the sake of time, we gotta wrap up here. I know we could talk forever. This was actually fun. I like it. I like breaking down. We definitely have to do it again. Breaking down some websites, and honestly, there's always something that could be improved, and there's always something that you can take away for your website and find it interesting. Because obviously, we just analyze it from our perspective, like consumer perspective, and leveraging our expertise, because that's all we do every day. However, it would be interesting to see the data as well from their end. Maybe the green button that was so bothering to me was actually performing well and more people bought it. But I'm definitely about the data there. So tell us, to wrap up, where can people find you? And of course, what is your main core offer or service that you guys do for e-commerce businesses?
I'm easily found on Twitter, on LinkedIn. You can probably give some links.
I'll post the links down below. No problem.
There's where you can find me. And what we did for other businesses is that we get the right user experience on their e-commerce, on the mobile apps, web, and we can either design them, we can optimize them, we can grow your conversion, we can make it more likable and more adjusted to your target.
Gotcha. Perfect. So everything user experience, user interface things, and user adaptability, I believe was the key.
Yeah, I think it's a new term that I just
invented, but I like that. I
invented.
love that. Okay, I'll leave the call to action. Oh, not the call to actions. Call to actions. I'll leave the call to actions to subscribe and like, but I'll
Yes,
leave your
exactly.
information down below. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.